And that's it. My front bodice is done. Isn't that cool? Now this is exactly this. My trial and error one, exactly this, but I made it nice and pretty and nice so I can actually use this to cut my clothes now. So now we'll go on to the back, and the back is so much easier. I mean, you know, you use a lot of the same measurements. For the back, remember I used the 6.5 here, so I'll do the same. 6.5, but the drop of this is smaller, so just about 2 centimeters. So I'll join this with whatever little curve. Probably there. I don't know if you can hear the birds singing, but there's so many birds here and they're just always singing, like, and it's gorgeous. I love it. Anyway, that same 20 centimeters that I marked here, which is half of the width of my back, it's the same. So 20 again, and mark that 20 down to there. So join those. These 20 centimeters, I again say, is the half of my measurement of my back. So how wide my back is, that was 40, so this is 20 again, same as the front. Okay, now to make the armhole, it's much easier because you don't have to have that little scooped part in the front because you don't have breasts at the back. So actually just from this middle point, from the half point of this line, you just have to make your little curve out. So there's no scooping. There. See, it's quite straight there. Here it's got that little scooped in part to fit in your breasts. So that's that. And now the waist, that. Now you use the same measurement, those 12 centimeters. That is the measurement of one breast to the other breast, the nipple to nipple measurement. You use the same for the front and the back. So 12. And how high does this dart have to be? Anywhere from 12 to 14 centimeters. For me, and just trying it on and where it hits my back and everything, I find the sweet spot with 12 centimeters. So you have to try that and experiment to get it to fit you, of course, because the whole point is having clothes fit you. So you can use some general guidelines that, you know, theories, teachers or schools or whatever books might teach you, but then how does that fit you? So this dart is 3 centimeters, not, you know, that's the norm, 3 centimeters. So I'll just do a dot 1.5 centimeters there and 1.5 centimeters there to each side, and then I'm going to connect to the top and the other side. Now the final line we have to do here, and we're done, is the waist. So my waist was, you know, quite embarrassing. 90 centimeters plus the 4 centimeters of ease is 24. Sorry, 94 divided by 4. So it's 23.5, but I have to add in these 3 centimeters of the dart. So plus 3, 26.5. So that's what I'm going to measure, mark over here. So 26.5 is right. Yeah, and you can barely, like, there's not even not much of a slant here at the back for my waist. And that's because the difference between my bust and my waist isn't massive. I mean, it should be, the difference should be bigger, but it's not. Right, and that's it. Now, what I would suggest here is taking about 0.5 centimeter there and making a slight curve here in the front. There. And that's just to perfect the way it goes around your body. So we're not like square shaped, you know. We do have like curves everywhere. So just taking that 1/2 centimeter there and scooping it, it will match up. This, when you've sewn your dart, this will match up perfectly with that. And yeah, so this is my little pattern. I'm quite happy. I'm going to just cut it out and then show you how they look like. Okay, so here they are. There's the front and there's the back. Now, why is there a little piece of paper there, extra, out of the dart? It's because when you actually sew them and you put it down, you will need that extra little piece of fabric there to be able to sew it. So I've closed this little dart there, roughly. And if you check on the side here, it matches perfectly, including that tiny little scoop I took out on the side to make the front a bit slanted. So when I put this on, it's actually perfect on me. Perfect. I couldn't want any better. And now this is going to be the base of me to make other modifications, like transforming this into like a princess seam, or like if I want to take and put that up here. And there's all these ways you can move these darts around, but this is the basic and this fits me. So if this fits me and I move darts around, it's going to, in theory, fit me as well. So that's my first next step, is to make this into a princess seam. So this is my like rough draft. That's the little line that I've drawn there, and maybe some other time when I perfect this, I'll show you how to do that. So this is my little bodice. Takes a lot of courage to come and show you some of this skin with some stretch marks, but what the hell. Now I'm quite short-waisted. I'm quite tall. I'm 5'8", and I find my waist is quite short compared to my body. So yeah, I'm a bit strange. Anyway, you can see this bodice fits me just right, and I can breathe and I can wiggle around in it, but it's still quite close fitting to my body. Here's the dart. It comes straight to there, and it's right at the height of my breast. It's just perfect. And how the width I took off the dart is just perfect. It means I don't have any loose like flying things here, and you know. The waist darts as well, they hit me right there, so that I have no little pointy things coming up to my breast. And it's tight fitting, but I can still move around and breathe in here. So this is why this bodice for me is perfect. Now the back, you can see the darts here as well. They come up to there, which is the right height for me. So yeah, look at this little flannel pajama fabric I found. I bought this in the markets. It was a huge pajama, and I bought it specifically for this purpose, because I don't like wasting good fabric on experiments. So yeah, I'm going to use a bit of my midriff there, a little bit of skin. Okay, so that's the end of my video. I'm quite embarrassed about showing you my piece of skin there, because I would never, I mean, my stomach is so white, it has never seen the sun. I've never worn a bikini because it's just not a place of my body that I like to show. But anyway, it did need to happen for my bodice because I have such a short waist. Yeah, the rest would usually be covered by the skirt part of the dress, so yeah. I hope you have a go. It's not hard, you know, you can make this in a few minutes. Just take some measurements, jot it all out. I'm happy to answer any questions. I'm really excited about using this for my projects now, because I can compare this to other patterns and I can make alterations, and I can, with this, I can make anything I want now. So yeah, it's really worth getting something. And what's the point of making your own clothes if they're not going to fit right? I mean, that's why you go and buy stuff at the shops, you know, for getting clothes that don't fit right. Especially if you have like a different body other than the norm, you know, it's always good to make adjustments to make it fit perfect. And that's what I've done, and I'm quite happy. So see you in the next video. If you like this, subscribe and press the little thumbs up button, and yeah, see you next time around with more sewing. Bye.